Have you ever wondered who's really watching over you when everything feels uncertain, when the night is long, the news is heavy, and your heart feels tired? Is it possible that there's a peace so steady, so divine, that no trouble can shake it? In today's video on Psalm 121, we're going to unlock the hidden power behind this sacred promise. A kind of help that never sleeps and never fails. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to discover could completely reshape the way you begin your day. If you're new here, welcome to Prayer Decode, a place where we slow down, reflect deeply, and pray boldly. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you never miss a moment of God's presence through His Word. Let's begin this journey together. Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling in the early hours, heart heavy with worries about the day ahead? Perhaps you've whispered, "Where does my help come from?" In those quiet moments, Psalm 121 offers a profound answer. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. These words remind us that our support doesn't come from the fleeting things of this world, but from the eternal Creator. As we embark on today's journey, let's reflect on how this psalm guides us to place our trust in God through prayer. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Life's path can be uneven, filled with unexpected turns. Yet, this verse assures us that God is ever vigilant, never asleep on the job. When we pray, we're not sending words into the void. We're engaging with a God who is actively watching over us. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. In every mundane task and every significant challenge, God's presence is constant. Prayer becomes our means of acknowledging His presence, seeking His guidance, and finding comfort in His protection. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. This isn't the promise of a trouble-free existence, but an assurance that, amidst trials, God is safeguarding our souls. Through prayer, we align ourselves with His will, drawing strength and peace that transcend our circumstances. The Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore. From sunrise to sunset, in every season of life, God's watchful eye is upon us. Prayer is our daily practice of turning our hearts toward Him, recognizing His sovereignty over our lives. As we conclude this reflection, remember that Psalm 121 isn't just a passage to read, it's a prayer to live. Each verse invites us to trust more deeply, to pray more earnestly, and to walk more confidently, knowing that our help comes from the Lord. There is something profoundly comforting about the thought that the Maker of heaven and earth is watching over us, not from a distance, but from beside us. In a world where uncertainties and daily burdens weigh heavily on our hearts, we often ask ourselves where our help truly comes from. And Psalm 121 doesn't leave us to wonder. It answers with authority, not from human wisdom, but from divine reassurance. My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Those words are not just poetic. They are a declaration, a promise, a lifeline. When I wake in the morning with a restless mind, when fear knocks on the door of my soul, I don't have to scramble to find strength within myself. I simply look up, not with my physical eyes, but with the eyes of faith. I lift my gaze beyond the chaos, beyond the news, beyond the doctor's report, or the financial statement. I lift my eyes to the hills, to the heavens, because I know my help comes from Him. And this help isn't seasonal. It's not like the world's help that comes when it's convenient or when resources are available. God's help is present, constant, and personal. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. I find deep comfort in knowing that while I sleep, He remains alert. While I am unaware, He is fully engaged. Unlike even the most devoted loved ones who may need rest or grow weary, God never takes a break from loving or protecting me. There have been moments in my life when I didn't feel His presence, when hardship made me question if He saw me. But even in silence, He was safeguarding my path. Sometimes His watching over us doesn't mean removing the trial, but keeping our souls from breaking within it. He sees every tear, hears every whispered prayer, and holds every trembling hand, even when we feel alone. The Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. Think about that image. Shade is subtle. You don't always notice it, but it protects you from what you can't endure for long. That's how God works in our daily lives. There are things we're shielded from that we may never fully realize, delays that protected us from danger, closed doors that saved us from heartbreak, and quiet moments of peace that carried us through storms. He is the shade over our weary hearts, the covering over our vulnerable moments, the calm in our emotional heat waves. I think of times when I've walked into a situation filled with anxiety and dread, only to find unexplainable peace. That peace wasn't random, it was the result of divine shade. It was God being close enough to absorb the brunt of life's harshness so I wouldn't collapse under it. And because of that, I've learned to trust Him not just with the big things, but with the small details of my coming and going. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. Notice it says, your life, not just your job, your finances, or your health. Your life, your emotions, your thoughts, your relationships, your identity, your eternity. There is no compartment in your soul that is hidden from God's care. Every piece of your journey matters to Him. When I walk out the door each morning, I whisper, God, watch over me today. Not because I doubt He will, but because I want to stay aware of it. I want to live as someone under divine supervision. Not in fear, but in freedom, knowing that every step I take, every decision I make, He is involved. And when I return home in the evening, I reflect on how He upheld me through it all, even in the things I didn't understand or appreciate in the moment. Psalm 121 doesn't promise a life without difficulty, but it assures us that we are never unguarded, never unvalued. The Lord will watch over your coming and going both now and forevermore. That's a promise that transcends time. He isn't just the God of our past or future, He is the God of our present. And He is committed fully and faithfully to your welfare. The power of this psalm isn't just in reading it, but in praying it, believing it, and letting it shape the way we see every challenge. We are not abandoned wanderers. We are closely watched over children of the King. Let this truth carry you today. No matter where you are headed, no matter what lies ahead, the one who made the mountains and formed the stars is also the one guiding your every step. Psalm 121 teaches us that God's protection is unwavering. By incorporating its truths into our daily prayers, we cultivate a faith that stands firm amidst life's uncertainties. As we walk through Psalm 121 today, I pray that your heart has been lifted. You are not walking this life alone. The Lord is your keeper, your shade, your ever-present help. No matter what direction you're heading, whether in or out, morning or night, He is faithfully watching over your life. If this message brought calm to your spirit or reminded you of God's protection, let me know in the comments. I'd love to pray with you. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Prayer Decode and share this video with someone who needs a quiet reminder that they are never forgotten by God. Until next time, may the peace of Christ guard your heart and guide your every step.